Hey guys, I just wanted to put a little update out about my Smith & Wesson IBolt. I haven't really been posting a lot of videos or anything about guns and stuff, but I did post about my IBolt here because there is a big lack of information about it on there, and it's a really good deal for a gun. So I was going to talk about something about it today that a lot of people ask questions about, because I know before I bought it, like, I was going crazy about this. So anyways, let me grab my gun here. I got this drag bag. This out. Don't complain about safety. Like, seriously, people that care about gun safety on YouTube are fucking ridiculous. I mean, I'm not saying like on the people taking the video. I'm saying the people commenting like, "Oh, you're not safe," blah blah blah. What do you fucking care, dude? If you shot the gun, you'd say, "Dude, awesome video. You just fucking shot a gun like an idiot." But anyways, as you can see, I actually still have my chamber flag in here. And my magazine's empty. Alright, so this gun is safe. But anyways, so there's been a lot of worry I can see with a lot of other owners about mounting a bipod here. As you can see, I have a bipod on here. Let me go ahead and close the bolt. Anyways, because I know for a long time I hesitated on getting a bipod because this thing has like these things called flush swivel mounts instead of just the regular ones. Wouldn't leave enough room to mount regular stuff, so a lot of people have been worried about that. And in fact, I went to my gun store. I don't remember what it was. I want to say it was like Wolf Mountain or Uncle Mike's. I was just trying it out just to see how it went, and they had one and it wouldn't fit. It was one of those cheaper ones. So anyways, I went on a couple forums, and I only got like one suggestion, and they suggested this Harris one. I'll get the exact model number for you and stuff and put it at the bottom of the screen. Because I've seen a couple people online. They told me the only way I could put a bipod in here is to drill into the stock and put a Picatinny rail on there and get one of those. And I really didn't want to do that. So I found one that went on the swivel, and I have shot it already. In fact, I've got to shoot it at 600 yards, which is what I pretty much got this gun for. And it works great. And this is a Harris bipod. I think it's like an SBR or something. Like I said, I'll post the model number maybe down here or something of it, so you can get it if you do have an IBolt or you're worried about that before buying one. And it's a pretty nice bipod too. Harris makes pretty good bipods. I think this was around $100, something like that. And it's completely adjustable. I think it's got a cant lock on here too, for those of you that don't know. That's so it doesn't swing back and forth. I actually haven't locked it, which is actually why I'm doing this video, because I have to lock it. I forgot to do that before I went to the range. It's funny sometimes, like I'm a younger guy, but I do a lot of research on this stuff. And for instance, like my stepdad, he shoots with me, and he was saying, oh no, because he got his long range gun before mine, and I was like, shouldn't you have the cant locked, because then the gun's moving around, and it's not exactly, it's not actually rotating around the barrel, so it's not completely even when you're rotating it. Like, oh no, it's not a big deal, blah blah blah. And then of course I go to the range with him the first time I shot this with his gun. He's like, oh, you should have locked it. And then the guy running the thing was like, yeah, it's like having a watermelon on a ball bearing. And I was like, see, what the fuck did I tell you? I go there with it like that. And there's a bunch of other things that have happened like that. So old guys think they know everything until they try it. So, but anyways, yeah. So I think you can lock it without having to get a pod lock, which is basically just a ratchet that just pretty much sits on here all the time, so you can lock it easier. I'll look at the instructions here in a minute, which is why I brought it out. So, but anyways, and it locks in just like your average sling bipod, and like I said, it didn't come off. I used it for 200 yards. I used it for 600 yards. So it worked great. And in fact, a bipod's a very good thing to get for this, because before I was shooting it with a little tripod thing, and I can tell the bipod for some reason really helped the accuracy. So, oh, and the other thing that's pretty cool about this one is these legs are on springs, so it was nice because I could adjust. Like here, I'll show you. See how it pops out? So when I was sitting there trying to adjust myself, because for the first time it was nice because I could just hold the gun up a little bit and press the button and it would just come up on its own. So that was pretty nice. The legs do not move. They are, I mean, it'll spin, but I mean, when you got this gun on the ground, it's not moving at all. So it worked very well. There was no play in it whatsoever, other than the fact that I didn't have the cant control all the way locked. Also on this, the best, I'll go over the scope just because I have the camera out and I'm doing this. Because this comes with a weaver rail, as we all know, weaver rail, used to be what everybody used in the civilian world, but apparently that's not the case anymore. And the Picatinny rails have pretty much completely taken over. But I had a weaver rail come stock, so of course I was going to use it, because bedding rails and stuff is a real pain in the ass. I was really looking, even though it's it's not the most expensive gun, I did want to spend, get quality rings and scope and yada yada yada, because even if, I got a new gun, I can move that stuff to the new gun. So pretty much, I might be wrong on this, but some of the best rings I could find online for weaver rail were I believe they were TPS TSRs, I think was it. And, of course you got to choose which level you want, and I think I got the steel ones, the little bit heavier ones. They're a little bit more expensive, but I wanted to make sure I got, really good rings, because rings are what go to your scope, and that's, your scope is what controls your accuracy on these things, so I was very particular about that. Now the scope I got on here is, it's, I can't even think of the name, it's the new Swifo one. It's 5 to 20x. I got it when they were doing the group buy, so I got it for only $1,000, and I think they're selling now for $1,500. In fact, they might have not even shipped out all the pre-orders yet, because it took a while to get it. So we were just one of the first people to get it, and even now you can get it for $1,500. But damn, dude, I'd say this is at least worth the $2,000, maybe even $2,500 to $3,000 scope. It's really nice. It's got HD glass and stuff. Because, yeah, people comment on it all the time when I'm out there shooting. Anyways, I'll probably post a video of me shooting it maybe at 600 yards so you can see the accuracy for yourself. But last time wasn't that great, because I started off using 150 grain bullets because that's what I had. I had some military surplus ammo, and I also bought it for the brass, because they're at the gun store I go to, the guy, he's a guru there. And plus it was only $13 a box, so that's incredibly cheap. And they do shoot, they're great for like 200 yards, but past that I don't know about using them much past that. So at 600 yards they weren't that great. But like I said, it's the brass. I really wanted the brass. I reload, so I wanted good brass, and any of you guys that know load rifle bullets, rifle bullets don't last that long. So, at least compared to pistol bullets, or pistol brass, I'm sorry. And, the guy was saying it's really thick-rimmed brass, so it works really well. It's like the civilian marksmanship stuff. Maybe I'll get a box just to show you, because you might be able to find it cheap, too. So if you're only shooting 200 yards, it's good. But I'm probably planning to reload anywhere between 180 grain to maybe even 210 grain bullets for 600 yards. I'm probably more looking at like 190, probably. Anyway, so, I was on 150, then I went to 168, and that's really all I got to shoot there. So even though my accuracy wasn't that bad, we were using F-class targets. I forgot the exact name of the league that they're used for. Let's just say at 600, I didn't shoot any lower than a 7. So, you know, my grip wasn't the best because I did change bullets, and that was my first time shooting it. And I also had to do a little bit of tweaking on the settings, obviously, since it was my first time shooting at 600. But, you know, next time, or maybe even the time after that, I'll get a video of me doing that, and you can see the accuracy for this rifle for yourself. But I'm surprised. This rifle really, it's going to be more about the shooter than the rifle for this. And like I said, for under $500, man, something like this can be yours, and it's, I mean, it's a really nice gun. I was highly surprised. I thought the gun might be a factor of accuracy, and really it was just between the bullets and myself. And of course, you know, the other factors out there like Mirage and blah blah blah. Anyways, I hope this helps you guys out there that are either looking at this gun or, you know, have one. So I'll probably post more videos if you want me to about it or whatever. So just let me know. Thanks for watching.